going on YouTube? Earth Power here with
CVH. What's up, guys?
and we've got another exciting match from KMC New Holland at 6 feet under games. CVH versus Matt Robinson.
Yeah, there's me on the left. I'm running a light water dark tempo deck with vicious Kolache scores. You can see the profile on Carl's channel coming up, or maybe it's already
coming up in a couple days. Yes.
That's all right.
Yes, this match following your top 8 performance versus Ryan Valentino.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to him, DFT guys. You're getting paired up against all of them this event.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Actually, last round of Swiss plus. Well, no, yeah, last round of Swiss top 8 and top 4.
Yep. So Matt Robinson here running a very interesting deck. Light water, sort of nature, kind of tempo-y.
There is a splash.
Dendrite thing. He's
Yeah.
running like Oathsworn calls, Dendrite, the Cyberlord engine. Just a really, really cool deck. So
Yeah. Cyberlord tempo.
Robinson there cutting the top 5 down to the bottom.
I think you're both wearing the same kind of watch too.
Per the usual.
Could be wrong.
Are you?
We might be.
No.
I noticed.
Oh, it's,
Yeah, it looks like a Movado.
yes. All right.
Anyway,
Yes.
the things you notice after the day.
Right.
Don't even know who won the roll. Wait, no, I was higher in Swiss, so looks like I get to be on the play. Playing against this deck was pretty awkward. It's a lot of cards you don't normally see, like Cyberguru Bandit laying a bunch of 2-drops, and like, well, I think Bugs is a bad matchup for my deck, I guess, unless you have Vicious Kolache Scourge. I felt like if I could get like some options early game, then his deck does have a lot of dead cards like the Shield Blast and the Oathsworn, and the 2-drops are all just sort of bad by themselves. So hopefully if I didn't lose to Dendrite and I could get Lyras and stuff like that, it should go in my favor. It was my one loss in Swiss. I lost to Tyler Hine playing the same deck 2-1.
Yes, I was going to say you were pretty lucky to play that deck earlier in Swiss to get a feel for it.
Yeah, it wasn't my only loss, so I felt like I might have been able to get knocked out of the tournament, but I felt more comfortable now.
Yes, going back into it, knowing that you're about to potentially see 2 in a row,
Yeah,
there's a little bit of nervousness there, but the knowledge of the deck is definitely useful.
for sure. And here comes a Lost Patrol, which is huge if I'm on the play.
That's an incredible answer to the potential of Neuron, which Robinson has been tearing up with. That card puts in a lot of work that I don't think people prepare for.
Yeah, honestly, Dendrite's a lot scarier.
Yeah.
And I don't mind him playing Krill at all. That card doesn't really do anything to me if I can prepare for his Shield Blast.
Yes. There, again, that's where that splash of Oathsworns come from. He is running 3 Oathsworn, 3 Storm Spark, 3 Piercing, and I believe a Memory. I think that was his blast lineup.
That seems right. I wasn't really listening to but that seems correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 10 Shield Blasts or something.
Yeah. So, Krill here is super powerful, and again, it's another great setup card for the Dendrite if you don't necessarily want to play the Neuron. So, just really powerful. Everything here is useful. The trader there, allowing him to fish through cards when Scamp isn't necessarily the best option, especially when he's versus Tempo here, and you're not super spell heavy, and Screeching is definitely a thing.
Yeah, hopefully I have one.
Yeah, Screeching is a MVP, I would think, in this matchup.
Yeah, Screeching and Vicious, because also no answer to that outside of Blade Barrier. And you can bounce it with Dendrite, but it's probably just going to come back down.
Yes. And the Screeching.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. I was thinking about what mana drop I wanted to do. Apparently, Rusalka's like, maybe I want to keep that, but I might have some sauce in my hand.
And I think, outside of his Evos, your power to, your power ratio to his power ratio is much higher. So, almost all of your creatures can get over his if they're not evolved. I think everything that's not a Dendrite or a Neuron is actually under that 4,000 mark.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm pretty sure.
oh my god, Axon.
Yeah, Axon is the card I want him to play. It's just gonna get Bone Bladed or something like that.
Yeah.
Or I've even run 3 Glooms that just kill that card.
You are only running 2 Bone Blades though, and I believe that was something you talked about in your profile.
Yeah, it's whatever. Even the Rusalka right here, if I had it, would just be insane. I would just be aggressive now, because he only has 4 mana, I wouldn't be able to replay it unless he had the Sprite.
Sprite, yes. Which he also is running 3 of.
But I'm just going to kill it with a giant guy.
Oh my god, that's huge, and it has a lot of effects.
So spoiler alert, because I said in my profile that I won every time I played Vicious Kolache Scourge. Wait, they didn't see that yet. Okay, well, anyway.
Right. We're getting there. So. There goes Oathsworn down.
4 mana open for Matt, and we got...
I wonder how much, I don't know if he talked about it in his profile or not, but I wonder how much of a, mind game the nature section was in his deck for opponents. Whether it's just, seeing the Oathsworn or thinking that, he actually is running a dedicated nature section.
I mean, the hope is that you only see one and you get to put it down with curls so they don't see it at all.
Right.
But then if you put it down turn 1, they probably think they're up against bugs or something. Or KMCs only have like 55 people, so you probably just know what everyone's running by like round 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to see like the lines of play that people opt for, just by seeing the first couple of cards, and that's really powerful.
Yeah.
Your progression is insane this game. So
It's getting there.
setting him up, not attacking that last shield there, saving that one for last. Pretty sure it's Oathsworn or Stormspark. That can be, you know.
Yeah, if Stormspark, things can go south, but I'll just clear board hopefully next turn. Drawing cards off in bar, hopefully give me some answers.
Granted, with all of his cheap Cyberlords in this deck and the amount of cards in his hand, like if it is Stormspark, he could just summon like 3 creatures here, and then potentially just summon one in the Dendrite next turn to potentially game you.
Yeah, I mean like 1 piercing and that's dead. So hopefully I have a piercing judgment.
Right. You just drew a lot of cards with Finbar, so the hope is there.
But then if that happens, then Oathsworn could kill me too. And he has a Cyber Scamp, so more of those may be on the way.
Right.
Oh, he just said piercing, so I win.
Right.
Or at least I'm very confident now.
Right. Piercing puts that back. So if he has Oathsworn, though, that could lead to interesting things. Because now you can't necessarily deal with the Scamp without potentially bringing out another. And then, well, I guess necessarily, yeah, he could game you. If that's Oathsworn, you know, could bring down just any creature to stop you.
If I don't have any creature answer for the Scamp.
Yeah.
Which...
you have a Strider.
Ain't doing a whole lot.
Oathsworn's coming down.
I was debating just passing there, but I feel like it was sort of
It's a
iffy.
Finbar. And...
Oh yeah, I messed up incredibly bad here. I played Neptus and Strider for no reason. I put down Gloom and Mana. I should have summoned Gloom and Strider, because he would have had to bounce my attacker anyway, so now Dendrite kills me. Whereas if I summoned Gloom and Strider, it wouldn't have killed me.
Oof.
So now he's going to try to game me, and I'm just going to sack my way out of this, even though I should have just played better and not had the risk.
Yes, Dendrite comes down. Matt starts breaking shields. Dendrite comes in for 2. And there's piercing. So, and Matt's like, just, oh!
So I sacked the way out of it after I made, like, a pretty obviously bad play. And we just slapped down the wrong creature.
Yes. And Matt extends the handshake immediately. That was a rough one.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Probably the worst play I made in all of the top 8.
Yeah, that was a...
It was just like, I thought if I lost to Oathsworn, I lost to Oathsworn either way, but then I realized Dendrite only bounces one thing, and...
It's not necessarily over, so...
Mm-hmm. Well, thank God for Piercing Judgment.
Yeah, right? Thank God Corrupted Seneschal wasn't on board.
Yeah, that's not in the deck.
Card's powerful, though.
Yep.
Saw a lot of Corrupted at this event. I think a lot of people were testing out ideas with different tempo strategies. Theo Wadley himself even running a Lightwater Fire. Or no, a Firewater Nature, excuse me.
Yeah.
So, very interesting stuff.
You'll get the deck right eventually. You called a 4-7 one of your matches.
But Durkin also running something very similar to your deck from CLG. Played him on the bubble, 2 top 8. Basically running your list, but with Corrupted Seneschal and the Skybolt mech. I believe that's what that's.
So totally different.
Yeah. Well, he's just running corrupted cards, like a little bit more of a corrupted engine versus like Lost Patrol and.
Taking out Lost Patrol seems insane to me.
So, he might have been running Lost Patrol. I don't even know, but I think he definitely opted for a much more corrupted frame. So, gearing up for game 2 here.
Looks like Matt's going to be on the play.
Yes.
1 blast down.
Yeah, he just always have to keep count. Oh, it's good to see that out of the way early too. And again, it always makes me think too, like how much information you're giving away with your first couple of mana choices.
Not much with the Stormspark. To be fair, the hand could still be incredibly good, or incredibly bad. It's mostly how you play it in mana, not what you're playing in mana.
Right. Very right.
Now I spread my shields a little bit because Matt likes to break like ridiculous patterns. Good stuff.
Cyber Scamp.
Oh no.
So, but I mean, you only have a couple of spell options. I think Piercing and Bone Blades are literally like the only 2 you're ever really casting from him, unless they're just you need to get to Terra Pit for something.
I think I debated putting the Piercing down because I was like, that would be really good with the Strider that's in my hand. But then he played Scamp on turn 2, and I was like, yeah, it's probably best that I put it down in mana.
And I don't know if we'll notice it this game, but look at the rarity on that Seneschal there. And then if he plays another Seneschal later, check that out.
Actually,
Kirill
no
comes
idea
down.
what each played. Okay.
Yep. He picked up a shield, Christian.
I didn't see that. I was busy looking through the glare.
Oh, yes. Cyberlord Kirill coming down, setting up the saucy Oathsworn plays.
Perhaps. Or maybe just a bluff.
Maybe. The card's powerful, and I think we all knew that going into this, and I think we all know that now, continuing on. It's just like, it's like what Bottle of Wishes was, a little bit, without so much variance.
Carl, we get it. You love Oathsworn Call.
That's a good card.
Yep.
Your field is a...
Blockery. No, it's not. That's a
It's
Lost Patrol.
powerful is what it is. You've got a Lost Patrol and Strider there to his little...
Oh my god, what is going on?
I attempt to fix the glare. I know. I come back to the match after round 1 and realize there's glare, and I'm trying to deal with that. And there's just no hope. So
Slight zoom, though.
yeah,
Thanks, lighting.
Oh, I gotta love it. 6 feet under game, super cool venue. Shout outs to you guys for hosting a very good event and keeping things classy too.
Yeah. So now Robinson has nothing because that piercing can only get past the blogger and then have his whole field die.
Yeah. So I think he's just building to Dendrite and hoping that can just carry him all the way. Oh, and there it is again. I think this is the same line of play from last game.
Yeah, except I'm hoping that he bounces like the blocker or something dumb, so I can just evolve into Squalache. Or maybe he just doesn't have any of that. And he summons thingy.
Yeah.
What is
I
that?
mean,
Loss? Yeah. It's like one hand.
The thing is that his deck is super explosive, and if he can just set up a handful of creatures on board and keep them alive for a turn or so, like he could just go for game. Like Dendrite's so powerful in that way to bounce a creature and go in for the double break. It's almost like a guaranteed double break every time. So that or just summon the Neuron, kind of get in there, and then follow that up with the other bait and Dendrite.
I'm just going in.
Squalache, he's back.
Memory kind of
Memory
bad.
is saucy.
So I know I'm getting Dendrite this turn because that's like the only out at 5 mana for him.
Yes. Dendrite's super powerful here. One's already gone down in mana, so that's the thing.
Yep.
And Dendrite can bounce the Squalache, and that can set you back quite a bit. Excuse me.
Yep. That is why it's an out. I mean, next Blade Barrier is also an out, but that just sucks because he wouldn't be able to do anything on his turn.
You're not running any of the 1-drops to summon Squalache with like Gigabolver or I think that's it.
No, Gigabolver just doesn't do anything.
Yeah. So just referencing Durkin's list, he was using Gigabolver for the 6-drop Squalache. So
Yeah. Squalache is like a really good card in a lot of matchups, but I don't want to run useless cards just to play it. Like Gigabolver and Medusa is great because it's like a 2-for-1 out of nowhere, but just doing it for like the double break or killing Hive Queen just doesn't seem worth it.
and you let it go through here instead of blocking with the Strider.
What did he attack with?
The Dendrite.
Oh yeah.
So
I'll just keep Strider. I have Lyra, I think.
okay.
So if I Lyra, then
Excellent.
something might happen
Yeah.
in the future.
I would think that like keeping the 5 shields there though, just to have like potentially have him come in with the laws.
He wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wouldn't do that, and then I'd just be down a Strider and.
But I think having those 5 shields there is also incredible. That blocker is not really doing too much for you. It's just going to get bounced if he has game going, like
Well, he has like
game
what?
when he
How
plays.
many cards in hand?
He has a handful at this point. I think it's 4.
That
So.
seems like a lot. Maybe though.
He double broke and he drew, and he hasn't played a lot of cards. So.
I mean, his last out to potentially even break all my shields right now is playing mana, Cyrus Bright Dendrite, and he has 1 Dendrite left in the deck. So
yeah.
I'm like, I'll just take the 2 cards if I get Nancy's for the next couple turns, and that's great. And if not, then I'll just Lyra. Because
Gotcha.
if I have Lyra into Lyra, that's amazing. And I'm pretty sure I can kill his Dendrite unless he has the 1-out Dendrite or the waste of turn Blade Barrier. And then I can hopefully.
Yes, Blade Barrier was
Something else
another
in hand.
saucy card that he played in this matchup as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, or not in this matchup, but in his deck in general.
It's a pretty cool card.
Yeah, I mean it's like I believe what he said in his deck profile was that it was like a pseudo answer to Swordhorn, which this
Yeah.
deck struggles with.
Did it on Lost Patrol a couple times. I think either here or Zach did. I think it was no Tyler. My bad.
Tyler, yes. But yeah, it just kind of saves him a turn when things could be going south.
Mm-hmm.
Here he uses Trader to pitch an Oathsworn. So getting, again, the cards that he's never really going to cast from hand out of his hand. So at this point, Oathsworn's pretty useless
Piercing.
from hand.
That is a sort of answer.
Yes. It was a good card. Not tapping anything because there's no reason to.
So now I'm going to have to Lyra again, I think. I might have Terror, but I think Lyra's just a better option. And then that means his one outer is still Sprite, Dendrite, or something Dendrite.
Mm-hmm.
So that could potentially hurt, but I really don't know how many cards he has. Wait, what do I do instead?
Champion 7.
Potentially
just get rid of it?
No, that wouldn't be a thing I do.
Blockers.
Blockers.
And Gloons.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, multiple blockers.
So now I don't lose to anything.
No, even if he has the Cyber Lord and the Dendrite, you
Yeah.
still have one blocker to block with. Sure, you might lose all 3 shields, but
That's a guaranteed Squalache,
Yeah, guaranteed. So,
which means potential game, I think.
and he does not have it. He only has the 2 Cyber Sprites, and I know you're
Yeah,
you're
it
feeling
doesn't do
pretty good at this
anything.
point. Yeah, that's super good for you.
Because if it was like 2 guys that could attack, like even Cyber Grid Bandit would be like, oh god, those are Cyber Grid Bandits that are going to attack for game.
Yeah.
So now I think I just block, because now the blocker is useless, because I can just kill all the things and he'll just have a laws to attack with.
Yep.
So that's fun.
Opted to get rid of the Strider over the Gloom Hollow.
Yeah.
Just more value for you.
Gloom is an attacker. Like my whole game plan against aggressive decks is so Gloom can stall against things like laws that don't do anything, and then I attack for game with it.
Okay.
It's pretty much unbeatable in the aggressive mirror. Like it sucks against Seneschal, but that's literally it. Seneschal and Dendrite.
But the power there isn't relevant to you.
I don't want to kill laws. I just don't want it to kill me.
Gotcha.
And if he breaks a shield, that's amazing for me because then I just get another card and then I just kill it with Squalache.
Right.
Because there's no answer for
The
me.
unblockable Squalache there, the reason why
Here,
Sprite can't deal with it.
Ready for 3 is just a turn that.
I mean, it's
He
not
doesn't
bad.
play.
I mean, he top decked it, so I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like, it's not actually the worst. It's probably one of the better cards you could have seen off the top here to potentially give him options to still go for game.
Not putting 2 creatures on the board sucks though, because I think I would have. I don't know. Like going for game is really hard because I can only like get by for double break.
Right.
Wish I ran Storm Spark right now, but that's it.
Yeah.
Actually,
And again, I mean, he has manipulated a Shield Blaster. It could be the Storm Spark or the Oathsworn, which could be really powerful, especially after a.
Yeah, so I
after a Reverberate,
realize
so.
all I lose to is Oathsworn into a guy, and then guy into Dendrite. Yep. Or a guy into Axon.
And the optimal play here to attack with that Lost Patrol first, just to force him out of a Sprite, because if you double break and hit like a Piercing or any other blast, you just lose the attack with Lost Patrol.
Well, my other guys are unblockable too, so if he made the crucial mistake of like not setting a blast, and if he just let it go, then I would just
of
unblockable
course.
attack for game.
Of course. So.
And now I'm like, do I go in? I was
Yeah.
going to break double. I just didn't know if I was going to break the last shield too.
It felt like you debated this for a while.
And I knew I was going to. I was going to make that attack. I just didn't know if I was going to make the last attack. And then he played the Storm Spark, and the audio was like, I was like, oh well, that makes my decision easier.
Yes. So much easier.
Because Storm Spark is fine. In fact, it's better than anything else because that just means I set 1 shield to grave.
Exactly. Piercing doesn't set you back at all. So.
Like he had to play Storm Spark. He didn't know if I was
Piercing
going
set
to.
you back a lot. I should have said. Sorry. What?
Actually, him playing that Storm Spark was a pretty good read that I could say that means he didn't have Oathsworn and shields. Because he might have just let that been broken so he could go for game.
Potentially.
Yeah. But he might still have another Storm Spark, which would just murder me.
And I think Oathsworn still, even at this point, could potentially set him up for game if he plays this correctly. That is a Cyber Trader.
I'm saying he probably just would have let Oathsworn be played then. He wouldn't have Storm Sparked me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know necessarily. I think stopping it here and then potentially manipulating your field with creatures and spells to give himself more of a chance to swing for game, knowing that Oathsworn can still, if Squalache comes in and breaks a shield, he can still bounce the other Squalache with the potential Oathsworn Finbar and still block your one Lost Patrol with the Sprite. So,
Many ifs.
yes, yeah, a lot of ifs, but I mean, definitely an option. So, and
I
there's
think that's a
Dendrite.
Dendrite, yeah.
And
He's going to bounce. He bounces Lost Patrol, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's the correct option because you can just summon the Squalache regardless. So,
Yep.
back on the bait that it's summoned, even if he bounces the one with the screeching bait. So.
Yeah. So he knows he's going to have to hope for something. or just know what he has down because he put it there.
Yeah, for sure.
So, checking what I'm evolving on and just evolving on that thing, because I can just resummon everything. If one of them was on an Eptis, we would be talking. But
So breaking shields, and Law's going to take the last one, get you to no shields, and force you into the swinging for game here. So
I think maybe I can kill everything. That's a legit possibility. I think I actually do.
can you?
Yeah. I hope he doesn't have another bait evolution, and I just Lyra
Yeah.
tap his Cyber Lord.
Because if he has bait Neuron,
then I lose.
yeah.
But I feel like he put down the shield, and then he played like Oathsworn Man or something, so I know he has a blast down, I think.
Okay.
So I'm like, I think the odds are higher of him having a blast than him having the bait and evolution with 2 cards in hand I think he has. So I just tap the bait he does have in case he is only having the evolution, and just kill the guys. Then I ask him when he draws if I lose, and he says no, because there's like no time left on the thing.
Right.
I only want to slower roll this.
Alright. So you're thinking heavily here. Because, I mean, it is a very awkward decision. You are in this kind of go for game, not go for game
just
kind
kill
of
it.
situation. So
And then I summon that thing, and that thing.
you summon a bunch of
and kill the
stuff.
guys.
Oh, you're like, no.
I'm tapping both of them.
Matt was definitely banking on you hitting his Oathsworn there.
Yeah.
So, which we do come to find out that that's what it is. And he's only got 2 in hand? 2 or 3?
Yeah, so he still hasn't beaten me, so he can't.
Yeah, he's not going to slow roll it off of you. So
Oh, I was reading my cards. It says Cyberlord. Apparently I can win the game now.
yeah.
That's not what happened.
So I think
So just summon some guys
he
and
just drops everything from his hand. Mana down. The Finbar, which would have been super clutch off of his Shield Blast Oathsworn. And then it was really weird here. I don't know why he just wouldn't. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. You have 5 creatures. So
What was he gonna not do?
I would just say hold the Oathsworn or hold the Finbar, but it just doesn't matter. Sure, Squalacha goes in.
he's trying to bluff Stormspark.
Is he?
Probably, like
Oh, okay, gotcha.
he knows Oathsworn with no matter what just kills him.
Yeah.
If I think he has Stormspark, maybe I make a safe play and don't do anything
You
about it.
Bone Blades one, knowing that he can't go get another, and that is the game. So, shout outs to DFT, shout outs to Matt Robinson.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the deck profile of his deck I have on my channel. Check it out.
Yes, incredible player. It's just always a pleasure knowing you. Always a pleasure Iron Vining you.
Yeah, and both of you are inviting me. So
Yes, we Iron Vine the shit out of you. So,
Iron Vines everywhere in my clothes.
oh yes. So, always an exciting time. Love all the events that I get to spend with you, Matt, and all of your friends.
Why don't you propose to him?
I know. I really should.
Yeah.
Matt,
Jesus.
it's coming. You better get qualified for champs.
Woo.
Oh, prepare your body.
Wow. All right.
In other news, check out the social links below, the Facebook, the Twitter, all that fun stuff. Check out CVH's channel for deck profile of Matt Robinson's deck, as
Deck
well
profile
as
your deck and like no other videos. Just kidding.
yeah,
Some
and
other
then,
videos.
Yep, CVH's deck profile coming up in a couple of days. I've got his final match versus Tyler, which will go up live tomorrow. No narration, and
Because we're lazy.
not lazy, but I think
It's like it's intense.
Yeah, the final match is definitely something. I
It's a
think
moment.
deserves its own video with no interruptions. So.
And also it's 1 a.m.
Yes, so stay tuned for all of that. Check out Alter Reality Games. CVH is going to have a tournament report going up there.
That's true. I am.
I
Friday.
have my tournament summation of the events that went on at 6 Feet Under Games, all the cool stuff, all the cool techs that we saw and decks that we saw being played.
Swagged out tournament report.
Yep.
It's turnt.
Yep, that's going up on Kaijudo.com in a couple of weeks, so stay on the lookout for that. And stay on the lookout for 5 Mystics coming out in a couple days. So, awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed, guys, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time. Peace.